Welcome, friends. It's been a while. We took some holidays. We're back with some Nanteleod's Legacy. The year is still 505, the year that will never end. It's almost like you went on a campaign across the country.
Yeah. Took up a lot of time.
Mm-hmm. A little bit. But we're back, and we're ready to move towards winter. I said I was going to do a lot more, I think, in this episode, like move towards the fall. Some hype train going on. But I said I was going to move towards the winter, and I think I still am, but I'm not in as much of a rush, because I think by next Friday we can do not Yule, what am I in, Summerland? We'll do Christmas, and then we can move into winter phase from there. So, let's do some real.
Half our players are pagan.
It's true, but Carlian definitely is not. So
they're definitely not.
Yeah. All right. Let's do some brief intros because it's been a minute. We'll start with you, Yampa.
Hello, it is me, Yampa, playing Saroon, the most handsome one, the most intelligent one, and the best knight that serves Nanteleod. Bearing the break on, and fucking happy to be here back.
If you haven't noticed, Yampa is working on his WWE promo and says it was a pretty good cut. So, yeah. Wergar.
He's lining up.
Hey guys, Wergar here, playing Sir Collis. Great to be back, and time to finish out the year.
Awesome. Drax.
Yep, Drax playing Sir Rain, and looking forward to getting back into things. It's going through withdrawals with everything going on, so good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to get back in the swing of things. Bert.
I'm Bert playing, let's see if I remember this. I'm playing Sir Cormac. So, let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun, indeed. All right, and Trent.
Hello, Trent playing Sir Gwydir, and looking forward to getting back into it. Happy New Year, everybody. Festivus and whatever else.
Indeed. All right, so some schedule talks. Just for the sake of things, we've been trying to run around 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. We're gonna stay with that schedule. Tonight was some pretty significant stuff going on in my life right now, or people around me rather. So it's a little chaotic. Want to do a shout out to anyone who is in the fires around LA. It really sucks, and feel for you. We got a lot of our crew on my server that are pretty close to it or have family there. So putting it. In fact, our very own our very own cyber bro is very close to it, and was sweating bullets on Tuesday, and I couldn't figure out why. And turns out he was in LA. See, I thought he was from the Midwest, so that was my bad. But yeah. So if you haven't been here before, this is Pendragon. We are still using version 5.2 with a smattering of 6th edition and 4th edition rules as we see fit. We will be transitioning to 6th edition when we get to the Boy King era. We are still in Anarchy. The year is 505. And we are playing in the Kingdom of Escavalon and its allied neighbors. Why don't we get each of you to maybe do a quick reminder, since we're kind of wiping off some rust here, about what you were up to in the last session. We're going to go right to left this time. We're going to go with Gwydir first. What was Gwydir up to last session?
Well, I'm getting fucking landed, which is nonsense. So he went to visit Saroon to help him out with a witch problem, which he got very, very excited about, and he really should have been spending more time trying to resolve the more pressing issues in his own life. But there was a plague at Yampa's place. They went over there and spoke to some witches, and he's trying to, repair his good name, which has been tarnished by the malicious rumors of the Roman Catholic Church, specifically Dubricus. So, gonna try and fix that.
Indeed. All right. Well, you know what? We're gonna go right to Rune since you already mentioned him in your intro. So why don't we go to Rune and then we'll bounce around from there. But you two are kind of connected right now, so.
Yeah, Rune has had the misfortune of having his family getting fucked over every single year. So he is once again trying to rectify things, as sickness once again runs through his family and he tries to save it. As he goes off to the forest, chasing fairy tales.
Right? Surely not to be true. All right, we'll go back to Bert. Tell us about Sir Cormac.
Basically, Cormac spent some time in treating with Sir Florence. Then started working on finding good, proper knights to act as King Nanteleod's honor guard.
Indeed. And we'll zero in on that a little bit, I'm sure. We're going to go to Draximus. What about Sir Rain there, sir?
Sir Rain went mad last time. He actually had good progress on his legal claim to his family's estate by Reese. However, when he found out that he had to deal with his former sire, the Seneschal, I believe it's Cerdic, it drew Rain into a bit of madness, and he killed his horse apparently, and a bunch of wolves apparently, or a wolf, and then returned home.
Yes.
And red deer. So yeah.
You became feral for a while. That's right.
Yeah. He became feral for a little bit, and now he wants to get some proper decor to actually carry on his moniker of the Wolf Knight now, fully embracing it at this point. So we'll see if I can do that. Get me a nice helmet and yeah.
All right. And we'll go to Wergar next.
If I remember, Cercalis was trying to find new knights to fill his mesne, and I think his spy master had the idea of starting a tournament to sort of get people together and then try and pick out the best people.
Indeed. Was that to be, did you want to launch that the following year, or did you want to launch that in the late summer, early fall? You'd probably do either. Especially because you're not drawing on, you're trying to make it a local tournament, right? So only locals are involved, and then guests can come as they wish. Or is it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're gonna be fumbling through some stuff. This might not be like the most wild episode in the world because we're gonna catch up from Christmas in real life. So we will sort through things. I want to check with Trent and Yampa to see if you have written down the name of the fairy tale you're chasing.
Oh, let me have a quick check here.
Question. Let me see.
No, I normally take quite good notes, but they're usually attached to my glory, and I didn't get any.
Yeah, I don't believe there was a. Oh yeah, no, I did. I did put it down. Hold on, I have it. I know I have it. Bing, 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 bing.
I got it for you.
Sick.
Yeah.
Anraith Guid. Why Guaidin.
Yeah, the blood wall. Yeah, yep.
Anareth Guaidin. Cool.
What do you guys remember about it?
Yeah.
What I remember is that once I came back to my home after campaign, was that I discovered that there was a plague throughout my lands as I tried to reunite the Brecken under my flag. And all of the Brickenog was going like, well, he is a Christian lord, and we are suffering because of it. And with Rune's storied past with priests trying to help him, and the pagans being more effective, Rune has called upon the knowledge of elders and the Brickenog chief that they had beaten before, and they had gone off behind the trail of this bloodied whale to see what the accordance was, or the agreement was, to keep these lands prosperous. And apparently, Rune has done something to not make this spirit very happy.
Indeed. And do you remember what your trail looked like? How you were going to pursue it?
Rune was supposed to meet with the spirit one-on-one, but he sought his friend Gwydir's help, since he himself was not very versed in the pagan ways.
I hope you find her, and then I'll let you go in alone.
That was the plan.
Okay, folks. I want both of you to make a hunting roll -5.
We don't get a +5 for being local terrain.
No, because you are really thick in the mountains where you're going.
Fair enough.
If Brecken is here, you guys are wandering through the mountains aimlessly in hopes of trying to find what you're looking for.
That's why I'm here, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay. And then Yampa, give me a 1d10 roll, please.
Of course.
Okay. And then each of you can give me a d100 roll.
88. The crazy 88. And or the 88 temples of... Oh, baby! I'm pretty sure that was a... That's what I got cursed last time with 100. I got cursed that my child...
There's no way! Come on!
Cursed, buddy.
No!
Cursed. Super cursed.
Yeah, so
Let's
Rune's
get
family's gonna be a
super-
bunch of
So
blood bears.
basically, I die.
No, that'd be too easy.
So I get tortured to death.
This is too quick for you.
Yeah.
I've only been a good. I've been a good father. I've been a good husband, even if
You
it
haven't been a
wasn't for
good
love.
father.
You
All
know?
of your children
Someone
What
are
do
dead.
you mean?
thinks otherwise.
I've been trying my best. I've been fulfilling my duties to the king, and I've been trying to be a good father. While I didn't love my wife, but I'm trying to love my wife.
Well, you tried and you failed miserably. Lesson is never try.
Life is just not for Rune. You know? Life
Yes.
is just not for Rune.
Life is not for Rune.
The lesson is never try.
Very trained funny all of a sudden.
Okay. I will take awareness tests from the two of you.
Ah, no.
This is it.
I don't like the tone of voice that you said that.
This is it.
This is it. New character.
What has a New Year's done to my dice?
Man, I'm glad that you brought me along.
The curse of Cormac has been passed on.
I knew it. I should have never been his friend. I knew it.
Ouch, man.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Rune and Gwydir, you're following along a path. Again, you're on the hunt for rumors of this thing. You don't really know what you're looking for. So it's one of those fun quests of aimlessly wandering in the mountains. Gwydir, you hear something as you're kind of going through this high pass in the mountains. You can tell that there's still peaks quite a ways above you. So even though you're on a high pass, you're still in a pass, and you're still in a valley. You hear what sounds like almost like a cracking sound above you.
I move out of the way.
Okay.
And I call out to Yampa as a secondary action. No, I'm generous. I call out to Yampa as I move.
Okay. You both look up. Gwydir, you pass awareness, so you look up a little bit sooner, and you almost see this like weird, almost like maroon maybe or crimson shape near the edge of the mountain. It looks human-like, but it doesn't look like it has a whole form. It's almost like it's part of the wind, like almost like it's like dust that's kicked up from the wind. And as it reaches out and it touches the edge of the mountain, you can see it's touching the edge of the mountain. You see snow and ice break off and begin to make its way down rapidly towards you guys. Of course, as it goes, it's not a small amount, and it accumulates, and it gets wider and wider and wider as it's going. So you two are facing an avalanche at this point.
I would like to spur my horse quickly in the direction of not the avalanche.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to do the same.
Okay.
And hopefully...
You both are facing like more like these are not roads meant for horses to begin with. You know, they're trails, and they're meant mostly for the mountain men. Most of the mountain men have like these broad ponies that they use up here. They're more appropriate. So at this point, maroon purple figure, Barney. Yeah, it could be. You never know.
Not Barney.
He loves you so much he wants to smother you.
He's a constant figure in my nightmares. Please stop me, Barney.
Okay, so as this is coming, I'm gonna get a horsemanship roll from each of you. It's gonna be a -5.
Jesus Christ, I'm gonna fucking die.
Is this passion time?
You just get the ball.
Too late!
Cormac did.
Oh, don't matter.
All right. No, let's have a quick look if there are any interesting passions that I want to use. No, let's roll it straight. We like the drama.
Yeah,
Minus.
take the drama. Take the drama.
Take
let
the
the
drama.
dice. Let the dice tell the story.
See,
Oh shit!
The -5 was the difference.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see something.
See, this is the thing. Gwydir was busy making sure that his friend got
can't
out.
feel
and in
that.
doing so,
Right.
his horse
I
slipped on a
can't
rock.
fail that. I was gonna roll Love Swords of Nanteleod, but I have a 21 on that, so I can't fail it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so both of you made horsemanship rolls. We see Rune ride to safety as Gwydir. Gwydir's horse ends up taking the brunt end of a sharp edge. I guess that wouldn't be brunt then. A sharp edge of one of the rocks protruding out as you try to steer it on, and it actually like damages the horse's leg, and it falls over, throwing you off. I roll. Actually, I'll roll a d6. You take 3 damage. Rune, you're able to get to safety yourself. If you do so, you're going to leave Gwydir behind. And Gwydir's fate's going to be in question at this point if he's left behind for this avalanche. There's no certainty.
So here's the thing, right? I can roll something that I won't fail, or I can try to make things interesting and roll something else.
Well, I'll make this more interesting for you. This is going to be a heroic kind of feat. So this isn't going to be a standard horsemanship roll. You're going to have to make a horsemanship roll at -5. You're going to then have to make another horsemanship roll at -10 because you're going to be riding with 2 riders on the back, 2 knights on the back, both high size, I believe, 17 and 18 or
Yeah, we're
17.
pretty big boys. We're pretty
Yeah.
big boys.
Yeah.
And you're on riding horses, not chargers, when you're up here. So
Okay, so let's go for the drama. So I'm gonna go for that. So I'm gonna try and impassion myself with Love Source of Nanteleod.
Thanks, buddy. I love you too.
And let's try for that. So the first one's gonna be -5, so it's gonna be straight. Really?
you got Swords of Nanteleod is +10, right?
40. Yes, you do.
Oh,
Yes.
it's plus, so it's a +5.
+5 for the first one, and flat for the second roll. Okay.
Yes!
You make it over in record time. You reach out. Gwydir, we're gonna do just a simple dex test just to get up there.
Uh-oh.
I mean, you know,
Come on.
considering I
You're
die.
Gwydir, the champion of Summerlin, the champion of Escavalon. You
I
can't
like
fail.
the armor of him potentially just being killed by snow.
You better not. You better not.
Unable to be felled by army factions, but mere snow will. Let's roll. We pass. We pass.
Okay.
The dice tell the story.
All right.
That's still a story. Let's see if that's where that story goes.
Mm-hmm. Hey!
All right. You managed to make it out just in time. Some of the snow is still coming over you, still hitting you, but you're both able to ride to safety in time.
By the gods! What on earth was that? Did you see that red thing? It was. I'm not looking to get myself killed out here, Saroon. Thank you very much.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. Red things. That was just an avalanche, Gwydir. It's
No. There was something up there, Saroon. I think maybe whatever's up. Maybe this witch is not interested in our company or something like this. But Well, thank you so much. Wow. He's like breathing and like checking himself over. I have been wounded by some rocks or something. I should probably maybe let's get ourselves a little space away from this mountain pass before we then I'll look at these wounds of mine.
there's only just a path in front. We have to continue going.
Well, onward then, onward.
Onwards.
I first aid my wound with my squeer.
What would you say it like that?
I don't think you guys did. You guys take your squires here?
I
The whole way.
mean, I feel like it's more like Rune being outwardly, British English. English is very hard for me right now. Catholic, not pagan, and him going on this whole, quest to find a witch. I don't feel like he would have his squires.
Strange rumors could happen.
I think
Yeah.
Gwydir is both reckless, which would mean he'd either leave them behind or he'd bring them with him because it's a fun adventure. He's also proud, so I think he likes the idea maybe of having 2 squires with him because he has 2, and also like Ethrida is a Saxon, and maybe he shouldn't. I don't know. I don't know what to roll. Maybe I'll roll something.
There's also the fact that you were Rune. Rune doesn't usually do this kind of wild stuff. So
Yeah, he is a coward.
Bitch!
I don't know what I should roll. Maybe let's just go with because I don't know if it's reckless or prudent to bring squires. It's probably prudent to bring squires, right?
It would be, yeah. I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Typically.
let's
Have
just
someone with-
Yeah. So he didn't bring squires. He was just like, we're off on an adventure, and my Saxon lady is at home somewhere. Could you roll first aid on me then, Rune, while you're impassioned, perhaps?
I can try. Would I still be impassioned?
Yes. Love Sword of Nanteleod. I'm right here with you, bro. Surely. Sorry.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Yeah, was that love Swords of Nanteleod? So that's a 10 still, right? So
Yeah.
there you go.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, it would be your first aid, not your squire's. But
Whoops. Let me roll that. Hold on. If I find it, there it is. Doo-doo.
Nice. Thank you. I'll roll a d3. 2. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you once again, sir. Onward.
All right. So, as you ride on, I'm getting a little bit of feedback. Not sure where that's coming from, so I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. But as you continue on, you find that you hear like the wind kind of pick up, and then you hear a shriek on the wind. Think Nazgul from Lord of the Rings, that piercing shriek. It's very otherworldly, something you've never ever experienced, and I need both of you to make a valor test, and you cannot impassion. This is a reaction to it, so there's no impassioning here.
Ooh, fumble! Having just been avalanched, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I guess this is where we split ways.
Wait,
Bye.
you're fumbled? That's a thing?
Yeah.
All right, you gotta tick cowardly on that one, sir.
Have a tick on both. Cool.
Yeah, that does not happen often. I don't make the ticks happen unless there's something vital, and this would be something important. So the question, basically, this is kind of like in some games where you have, you effectively fail like a sanity roll here temporarily.
Yeah.
You are shaken. And it's obvious.
The hell was that? What is happening? That red demon, it's come back for us. It's coming. I don't know. It's through the mountain at us, and what's coming next? He's looking over his shoulder and he's trying.
There is no such thing, Wadir.
Shut the hell up, Sharoon. You didn't see it, okay? You
Stay
didn't see
with
it.
the horse.
What?
I will go forth.
All right. But can we just find something to hold us? We need somewhere to settle.
You have a sword?
I have. Yes, it's true, but
Hold on to your sword. It's your sword. How would you not know if it's a demon or not?
Not the sword. The red thing. It's come.
There's no red thing.
Please,
it's all white.
Just go. Just go.
Just stay here with the horse. I'll be back soon.
I'm not staying. I'm coming with you.
No. Stay with the horse. It's a very prized horse. Very expensive. Make sure it doesn't run away.
Give me an alright roll.
That's not gonna...
Or courtesy, whichever is more...
You know what? Yeah, I'll do courtesy. I think courtesy is the best one I could do. There you
go. Alright. How far are you going?
Just a few meters up front.
Alright. Don't go where I can't see you.
I won't. Just relax. Everything will be fine.
I'm trusting you.
We're brothers. That's the least you can do.
He breathes and nods.
Okay. So, you ride forward, Sir Rune.
Well, do we have our horses, or is his horse not there? Or?
Oh, you're keeping him with the horse, right? Yeah, his horse is toast. He lost his horse. Yeah.
I'm leaving my horse with him, just in case I die, so he can run away.
All right. You continue forward. How far are you going? It looked like that peak was quite high. How far are you going up the path?
Well, what's the current weather? Is it just like clear skies, nothing in front of me, or is it like there's a blizzard blowing? What are we looking at?
It's misty and cold. The higher you get up, there's a little bit of precipitation, a little bit of snow, but it's not a blizzard.
I mean, seeing as he passes Valorous, he'll keep going. You know, if just be safe about it. Make sure that there's like, you know, he'll prod the ground, make sure that it's steady in front of him, kind of thing.
Give me a 2d100 roll, sir. Okay. As you continue, you see carvings in the stone and on the trees. Give me a folklore test. You're not sure exactly what that is, but it almost looks... It doesn't look accidental or like naturally created. It looks like writings, perhaps. Strange carvings. Not pictographs or anything. They're like lines.
I think Rune will continue to approach. I feel like he would make a point of, you know, keeping his hands away from his weapons, which would just be his sword at this point. He's very confused, but he wants to get to the bottom of it. And does he still hear the wails, or is that
no,
just gone?
it was very purposeful. It wailed once, and then you haven't heard the wail since. So you haven't heard the shriek yet. Okay. What you are noticing though is as you continue up, like the land itself seems to be like the vegetation and such seems to be all dead or dying up here. There's not much in the way of anything living.
Okay. I mean,
Sounds cool.
he would just keep trudging onwards. I mean, he'd still be looking around, aware of what's going on. He's very confused. He's looking at the symbols and such. He's trying to get to the bottom of this whole thing, kind of thing.
Okay. Just checking one thing here. Okay. And I'll get one more 2d100 from you. We will get to the others right after this. Okay.
You're not like that, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me an awareness test. As you round up the path, you see a clear pathway towards the peak that was that you escaped from. So you're nearing the top now. You sight the same thing that Gwydir was speaking of. It seems to be almost like formless. Like, and yet, the way the wind moves around it, using like D&D speak, you might call it, I don't know, like some sort of air elemental or something. But it's distinctly like a maroon red, almost like an earthy red. and it just seems to be. You get the sense, even though it doesn't have eyes and it barely has a shape, it seems to be looking right at you. Valorous test.
Can I impassion?
I don't think so.
Oh God, let's see.
I believe in you. Ah!
You feel in this moment absolutely terrified. You're uncertain how you could even bring it harm. What is do you have any fears on your sheet? Like fire or anything like that?
Don't believe so, no.
Okay.
No, I don't have. I have hates, but I don't have fears.
Let's ask you then a very role-play oriented question. What is Sir Rune's greatest fear? Since he doesn't have any phobias,
I feel like
per se.
I think it's very simple at this point. I feel like he's lost 2 kids. One of them was a bastard, sure. He has always been in the back burner compared to his cousin. I feel like his greatest fear at this point is failure. Like a failure to be a good dad, a failure to be a good husband, just overall failure.
Can you be afraid of something that you keep doing already? Sorry.
Yeah.
You for a second you have a flash of vision. You see yourself laying dead in a pool of blood in front of this thing. You zoom in on your family and your people back in Brecken, all dying of this plague. And you are filled with a sense that if you were to proceed under the conditions that you have, you will die. And you will fail your family.
Can I feel like this will be a moment. Like, Brune has been failing his religion, British Christian, for a while now. He's been having doubts. Can this be a moment where he reaches out to see if that God answers him?
That god?
Just God, like Cormac's God, like, you know,
The
Okay.
Christian God.
Oh, 'cause
Christian God, like God.
were you pagan traditionally as Rune?
I was British Christian to begin with. But you
Okay.
know how things have been playing, the pagans have been helping my kids. The pagans have, paid for the doctors. The pagans have led me to this now.
Alright, yeah, test spiritual.
Everyone's gonna become a fanatic.
I'm gonna be even more crazy than what do you hear?
No. Well, actually, test worldly. Yeah, you just can't bring your mind to believe it as much as you want to. You believe the practical, the real, the things you see, and what you see doesn't even make sense to you in front of you right now.
Oh man, this is intense.
With the failed Valorous, your natural instinct, I believe you're famously prudent as well, right?
No, I'm not.
No?
No.
What is modest. You're modest, right?
Yeah, I'm famously modest. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I want you, if you wish to proceed, the only way you're going to be able to do so is under reckless, since you failed valorously. So you may test reckless if you wish. You can impassion with love family if that's what's spurring you on, or whatever is spurring you on, or you can take the tick in prudent and exit for now.
I don't know. I mean, His family's on the line. His people are on the line. Everything's on the line. I'm gonna try to impassion the family. His only daughter is sick. His wife is sick, I think, too. It's like everything is crumbling. Let me try. And then I'll do reckless and see what happens.
Okay. You still have to test prudent. But you can minus it by your impassion.
Oh, I will minus it.
All right. So you take a deep breath. You feel like you are making a really dangerous call, and you push yourself on regardless. I didn't realize you were. What are you normally for reckless? 9?
Like
I'm
11.
11 for
11?
reckless.
Yeah. Okay. 16, right? Okay. I thought it was 14. Okay. And the last thing we see in the scene is Sir Rune crying out a battle cry. We'll give Gwydir an awareness test to see if he hears that, and we will change scenes at that point. So we turn to Gwydir. Gwydir snaps his head in that direction. All right.
Did I put a check on spiritual? I think he's getting a little bit superstitious.
What is your spiritual?
Just 11.
Why don't you test it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair point. Pass.
Test as long as you don't crit. Yeah, worldly. Yeah. All right. Yeah,
Worldly.
you can take spiritual. And actually, Rune, you are ticking worldly.
So what? I already have
worldly. Worldly. Yeah.
I already have worldly.
I hate that so much. I want them to finish.
It's hilarious how you can look at the word all the time on the sheet and not even pick it up, and as soon as it's rolled, you notice it.
Yeah. It's true.
You skim right over it.
And it die.
All right. We will move to Cormac next. What's next on the docket for you, sir? If you're not sure, like if you've kind of accomplished what you need to, you can either state a new thing or we can see what comes your way. Oh, you're muted. Still muted.
Might help if I wasn't muted.
There we go.
I still have to find King's Guards. I still have to. Yeah, I've got a lot I've got to do.
So you're going to travel the land for King's Guards?
At least to Escavalon.
Yeah. Is there anywhere else that you consider loyal enough to recruit King's Guards from?
It's not the fact that I think they're loyal enough. It's just the time. I don't think I have the time to go all the way over to Clarence or Glevum, up to Camliard, to Bettagrain, to Lindsay, down to Salisbury or Silchester, just looking for people.
Right. So Escavalon it is?
Just on the practicality of I'm here.
All right. What approach do you want to make for this? Like, how are you approaching recruitment?
Like, I'm looking for not just any knights, but the right knights. I'm looking for knights who exhibit that selfless service.
Yeah, roll me a d10 first off.
All right. I can certainly do that. Oh. 2.
2 d100s, sir.
65 and 62.
Okay.
I'll even go so far as to ask Lady Nia to come with me, just because it's like good to bring her along and continue to build that relationship, that romance.
Very well, sir. I want you to know that you brought this upon yourself for that statement. Because
Oh, no.
because I rolled protect family and I was going to go in a different direction, but you, sir, have some bandits to deal with on the road.
Yay.
Okay.
3 bandits. One has the reins on Nia, or hands on Nia's reins, so they've managed to seize her horse. So there's no flat out escaping it. The other 2 have positioned themselves almost scaredly in front of you. They know they're a bit in over their heads. They're trying anyways.
Big mistake.
Like, I'm up top my horse. I'm looking down at the 3 of them. Lads, is this something you really want?
One of them, thinking you're trying to negotiate, he nods and says, "We'll take your horses," and he. What else you got on you that's fancy?
I mean, I'm wearing the necklace and the ring that is, that were gifts.
I think Nia's wearing jewelry as well, so they say, "We'll take your jewelry." She looks. Let's see. Have we established her valor? I don't think so.
No, we haven't really established anything about her besides that she's got a dagger skill of 10 and a fashion of 17.
The valor of 9, and she failed it. I mean, that's for a non-combatant. 10 is average, so she's just slightly, and that could be by inexperience. She's slightly more cowardly than your average person of the land. I wouldn't even go as far as to say that she's, someone who grew up a lady of the court. 9 is probably a solid average for the no names, so to speak. The same way knights aren't all 16. That's player knights. People often confuse that. They see the player knight start at 16. They go, well, 16 is normal. No. 16 is normal for a player knight, not for a knight.
Can I give you this ring? It was given to me by my cousin, and I love him dearly as he's one of the few family I have left. This necklace was given to me by my brother. Can I give that to you? Because, again, I don't have much family. But you are threatening my wife. And I take my hammer and I sort of lower it into my hand to get it ready to swing. But I can give you my hammer. Do you really want my hammer?
You can give me a test against either your size or your hammer skill.
I will give you a test against size.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he's a giant.
Yeah.
Oh,
This will be contested against his
Valorous?
Valorous, yeah. Okay, you get higher. I just want to make sure. So as noted, the bandit has 11 valor. They look nervous, but they're also kind of in this position where they've already stuck you up, so what are they going to do? You can tell they look nervous here. I'm going to roll for all three of them, because I think they're all going to be reacting here. Okay, so like, none of them failed. They partially succeeded, which means none of them are quaking in their boots. They're all looking at each other. They realize they still have numbers. They realize that you will lose something too here if you don't. So you definitely are still in a position of authority if you want to try and dissuade them, but you have to do something different now. You have to add to it, either up the ante somehow or take a different course. You can tell they're nervous, though. They don't really want to come to blows with you. They realize that you're probably going to kill at least one of them.
Let me ask you this. Why are you doing this? Whether you want to or not, it's self-explanatory that you have to. Now I just want to know why.
Feed our families, he says.
To feed your families. Is this just the easiest way to do that? Do you have any other options?
Look how polite he is.
One of them like mutters like mouse, sort of to the others, and just says like, "He's a knight. Don't trust him."
Lads, that be very bad advice.
All right, I think, Bert, in this case, if you're trying to dissuade them, your intimidation has them on edge. But
what
if
I'm trying to do is get them to at least let me know if, they're bad people or if they're just pushed into this. Because I'm thinking about offering them a job. Not as knights, mind you, but as, like...
intrigue test.
Okay.
Or you can simply roll an orate and you can make a testing versus suspicious roll to their response. If you wanna go that route, or famously trusting, you can. Are you famously trusting? I don't think you
I'm
are.
looking for it.
Pretty sure you're not.
No, I am both suspicious and trusting 10.
Okay. So you can take two routes. One, you can do intrigue, that shows your skill in discerning. It's like insight test. The other one is you can simply ask the question and use your orate to kind of reflect you coming off sincere, and then decide whether you trust it or don't.
So, I am coming off as sincere. I'm trying to be like, if they're trying to feed their families, cool.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Make an orate test.
Would you allow me to impassion with hospitality?
Yep.
Cool.
It means that you will not strike first then. Well, never mind.
I will not.
Oh, never mind. Oh no.
Melancholic.
Buddy. You're a melancholic.
That makes sense. You have faith in humanity, and these people are like,
I do.
And they don't.
yeah, exactly. This is very inhospitable of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
Dirty peasants.
Hey!
All right.
He's crying while he's talking. It's somehow compelling.
The way I see this is I'm making this case. I'm pleading for it. But the more I speak, the less I believe it, because I feel like they're about to let me down.
No.
Okay.
He's just disappointed.
I will allow you. They are going to double down on, yes, of course, we're feeding our families. and it's for that. I need you to decide whether you want to take the intrigue route and test intrigue with your melancholic, or make a trusting versus suspicious test, or simply decide whether you trust them or not.
I'm trusting them.
Okay.
That's why I asked them to come work for me.
Maybe you're trusting them despite your own gut, then. Given
Yep.
okay. Okay. Let's give these randos a name here. Oh no. One sec. Ignore me. I'm totally not resetting the API that we haven't reset 3 weeks because we haven't played this game. All right. There's that.
Who we got?
The moment the API is up, I will tell you.
Ah, okay.
We got the Three Stooges.
I mean, I hope they're not the Three Stooges, but if they are,
Well, then you get your own personal jesters.
exactly.
Larry, Curly, and Mo.
Yeah.
Elistan, Brian. Oh, I guess. Hold on. Yeah. It's possible. There is. Okay. That's. Okay. So Brian. Or wait, hold on. Elistan, Carwena. That sure sounds Saxon.
They really hate people.
Oh, I know what that is. No, but these
Who
aren't.
doesn't?
These aren't their stats.
I know.
Bandits don't have stats like this. So those are their names.
I hate a lot of people.
Or sorry,
I hate everyone.
correction. It's this. There you go.
Elistan, Kueda,
Carwena and Kiryu, or it'd be
Sadio, Cadio.
Kadio.
See?
Yeah. It's like Kadio, something like that.
Cadio.
Okay. We're gonna end with your scene with that, Cormac. You are gonna be successful at recruiting some knights and bringing them back.
I wouldn't call them. I wouldn't
No,
call
not these
three
guys.
Knights.
No. I mean you're actually able to recruit knights as well. We're just not gonna zoom in on it. Yeah. Why don't you're melancholic though? So don't forget your glory you get for that. But I also need you to then make like either a courtesy or an orate, or if you're going around gossiping to find them people, an intrigue. One of those three tests to recruit the quality of knights you get. Let's see if you get anyone unique or special.
I'm gonna go with orate because of the type of person I'm trying to recruit.
Yeah.
-5 because I'm pretty sad.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure these three are about to betray me.
Okay. There's still quite a few knights that sign up for the gig, and we'll pass the test. We'll assume that like no one within this group stands out as. You're picking some people because they have the morality, but you're wondering if they have the valor or the skill, and then you're picking some that probably have a bit more of the valor or the skill, but they lack one of the other qualities. So
Yeah.
no one that stands out as an exceptional knight, or as Mallory says, a knight of good passing, or passing good knight. That's what it is. Passing good knight. because everything's a passing good something. All right. And yeah, make sure you get your glory for that.
You don't get glory for just failing a passion roll.
Yeah, you do. Melancholy. The new rules, you get 25 glory.
Oh, okay.
Don't give it to him. He doesn't want it. Don't
He
give it to him.
needs it. He needs it all.
Madness is 100. You're just used to
Lowest glory?
madness.
Yeah.
He's used to that 100, man. He just want that
Yeah.
100.
Would be get to a famous night. It's like a skill challenge in a video game. It's like get to a famous night only using madness rolls. So
Yeah, he's doing that hardcore run through.
Iron Man mode.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go to Rain, and then we'll go to Collis last. Rain, what do you got for us here?
Well, it depends on how much time's progressed since my recent return from feralness, but I was hoping to cement the whole regaining my estate as well as using the stuff that I retrieved from my hunt to make cloaks for Lady Illyri and myself.
We can assume you did the second one like
Okay.
off screen.
Yeah, that's fine.
How do you want to approach? Who are you approaching, and how do you want to approach this?
It's
Because you got the
Seneschal, my
paperwork.
former sire. Yeah.
Okay.
I have to. I have to go through him. Apparently, that's what enraged him or maddened him in the first place. So he's got.
So
the
you'll see
paperwork,
him. You'll try to find him at his formal office, kind of thing, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
But
through
then
proper channels. Yep.
okay,
Because Rain is that straight laced about everything, apparently. So
that's fair. Make a courtesy roll, add +10 because you used to squire for him, so you know how to. You would have passed anyways, but wanted to test it anyways. Courtesy 10, courtesy 9, sorry. Yep. You're delayed like a day. Like he isn't able to meet with you immediately like he usually is, but he does meet with you.
right, which is understandable because he's got more to deal with at this point.
Did you have a hate on for this guy? Did he do something? I feel like he did something that made you question him.
I
or...
don't have a direct hate on my sheet for him yet, but
No.
apparently he has some sort of issue with me and is likely the one that started the rumor that I was an oath breaker, which there's no grounding for that ever. So,
Right.
And
All
he's
right.
had some sort of shitty attitude since, so I don't know what his issue is.
I want you to roll a d6 for me.
Alrighty.
Okay.
4.
You now have a new directed trait for him, Suspicious Seneschal.
Okay.
I forget. What's his name again? It starts with a C.
Kedrick.
Kedrick, yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like I have a whole bunch of names that sound like that. Like Kinrick and Cerdic and
Vicious.
Suspicious Kedrick.
Okay.
He is slightly older looking than that photo.
Right.
But he does maybe roll a d6 and then 2d100 for me.
2. And then 28.95.
Okay. Okay. And then 2d100 more.
59 and 63.
Okay. That makes sense. manage to meet in the office with Kedrick? He looks to you, he stands up, and you see that the same forced smile you've always seen on his face. He's kind of known for the public office face. He's throwing that on even in this little private meeting here. He says, Sir Rain, it's so good to see you again, my friend.
Sir Rain kind of like bows his head slightly and then addresses him in the back. Sir Kedrick, it's been some time. I imagine you've been quite busy with everything that's been going on in recent years.
Indeed. And you as well. Congratulations on your success in the battles.
Thank you. It's been very energetic, I suppose.
Now is that a new cloak? He says, looking at you.
It is. I had a hunt recently. It was quite successful.
Very good. Well, I'm sure you didn't come by my formal office to simply visit with your old master, so how might I be of help?
We're both very busy, so I had to go through proper channels as expected. I brought some documentation about my family's estate. And, well, here it is. It proves that it should be in my rightful possession. He offers it up to him.
Make an intrigue test, sir. Oof.
Yeah, intrigue. I know it's on my sheet here somewhere.
Actually, before you do, make a suspicious roll, Kedrick.
Do I roll that flat, like with
the bonus? So whatever you have. No, you roll your suspicious, then you add your directed trait as a modifier in the sheet. Yeah.
Well, this is gonna go very badly.
Okay. Yeah. Make an intrigue roll +5.
Okay.
Things seem to be going smoothly. Too smoothly. He smiles and looks up at you and he says, "Congratulations. It looks like you'll be able to reclaim your father's house after all."
Well, that's good news to hear. I'm surprised there's been such little pushback, however.
Well, I should warn you, you might be up for a bit of a task if you wish to follow through with this.
Such as?
Well, your cousin is a banneret, after all, and rather popular with some of the knights here in Escavalon. Some of your neighbors.
I see.
Between you and I would suspect that you might need to guard your lands from potential raids by your neighbors.
From
should
our
you
own people.
Such is the way of things. I can blame Uther for establishing that norm.
Who is it now?
Vortigern would have never had it. Then again, he did bring the Saxons.
Fair enough. Bloody him if I have to.
And to be clear, you wish me to follow through then?
It's my family's. Mine by right.
I need to hear that you wish it, Sir Rain.
I do.
Very well then. I will drop the paperwork. and I will speak to the king. It will require his direct approval, but you leave him little room to argue. He smiles.
He always has right to argue. He's our king. If he sees fit to overrule it, that's his business.
Yes,
I want
but
my cousin poaching it from you.
indeed, but it seems that you've been working with someone rather skilled. He motions to the paperwork. He could not do so without leaving himself vulnerable to other arbitrary cases. Then anyone could contest anyone's land, and it wouldn't go simply to the one who has high right to it.
Mm.
You get a sense that he's admiring the craftiness of the guy you paid here.
Reese. Yeah. Fair enough. I'll deal with any issues that arise.
But you rolled suspicious, so I'm going to add to that.
Hmm?
You think he's kind of like going, "Oh, I didn't know you had the brains to do this yourself." That's what your mind's telling you. He's saying.
Yeah.
He's not saying
no,
that.
I mean, I do highly
Yep.
doubt this going as smoothly as even this little tidbit he's giving me. He's not. Yeah. No. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. He's gonna be playing games is what he's gonna do. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you obviously had some help here. That's definitely what you're getting as a
Yeah,
vibe.
no, yeah.
But you remember him like always pushing you to be more crafty in the court than you were, right? And kind of, yeah. Even
my
when you
skills
guys are on
elsewhere.
good terms.
Yeah.
He nods to you and he says, well then, you're welcome to stay and catch up, but I don't wish to keep you. I can look after the rest. It should take no more than a week.
Very well. I will inform my family and prepare the obvious required activities that will need to be done.
My recommendation, Sir Rain, if you're heading to your duties in the north, perhaps it's time to hire a couple of household knights. He smiles.
I'll take it under advisement. That's
Hire one of my Breckenongs.
that's the politest he's gonna be able to get with this guy. He's trying to keep it civil.
Yep. And with that, he'll welcome you out or, see you out. And
Yeah. Rain would play the polite game and, bow and then bow his head and dismiss himself, essentially.
you didn't see any breaks in his character, but your natural suspicion towards him tells you that he's up to something, and you're just not sure what.
He knows because he's always caused problems for Rain in the last few years, so he knows
Yeah.
there's stuff going on. He just doesn't know what. Need to
All
get
right.
that spy master over there doing some stuff. Oh wait, the plague right now. Never mind.
All right, we're gonna go to Collis. We're gonna take a 2-minute break. Then we're gonna go to Collis for a bit and close out with a comment with Rune here. Be right back. All right, we are back. Okay, so now we move outside of Gales and Cambria, and we move towards back into Logris. In the, I think Warensis is the where you officially are. Collis, I need you to roll me a d6.
Decent.
All these
3.
low rolls, you gotta love it. Roll me 2d100.
65 and 70.
Doom and Doom Plus.
Death and Doom, or Doom and Death.
Okay. That's a fair one. Just gotta think for a sec. Let me do one thing. That could be interesting. I just gotta check some years and do some mental math here.
That sounds exciting. Corliss is going to be dating the daughter or son of somebody important or something, as usual.
I'm already
He's gonna get
engaged.
married to a baroness.
Yeah,
That just-
he's pagan. That doesn't mean he can't sleep with somebody else.
It's true.
No matter what religion. You know what? I'm not gonna say anything.
What year is that? Doo-doo-doo. Yeah.
Just saying, Bob, everyone's getting screwed currently by somebody, except Cormac, maybe.
Right?
We're not too sure
The
about
guy
that one
getting
yet.
screwed by. Look, Cormac's getting screwed by somebody. His name's Cormac.
It's true. He
I'm
doesn't
not
know
getting
about it.
screwed by anything.
Mm-hmm. Check something here real quick. So we can start a little bit. I'm just going to try and multitask what we do. Okay. No, that doesn't quite work. That's okay. Do you invite external knights at all?
I think so, yes.
Okay. Okay, so most of the knights are locals. There's some that move in from that come from like Carlion and or Camliard, not Carlion. Some that come from Camliard, some that come from Glevum. Lady Helly will be in attendance. Are you participating in your own tournament?
I think I would have to at least see what some of the contestants act like under, command.
Okay. Now, tournaments aren't like super common at this point. They're not the joust one-on-one jousts. These are like what you've done before, right? What we've seen you do before. So we'll start with a simple weapon skill and horsemanship roll. Unimpassioned.
Weapon skill and horsemanship.
Okay. So the numbers narrow. There are some that are still fighting on here. Okay. We move into the second challenge. I'm gonna get you to make the same 2 rolls.
Sword and horsemanship.
Okay. All right. So we went from 50 to 25 to 10. There are 10 knights remaining that are fighting. I want you to make a roll again.
Alright.
Okay. And
You
horsemanship.
kill every night.
Horsemanship.
Okay. You are doing very well in your own tournament right now. Most of the knights have been unhorsed. We are down to 3 knights remaining. Give me. You can make a recognize or heraldry roll to recognize who these guys are if you want.
I will do a heraldry roll. Nope.
Okay. You don't recognize one of them. Seems to have like a lack of heraldry, which you find surprising. Maybe they're not presenting their heraldry while they're here. The other one, give me a recognize roll, actually.
Recognize. Well, actually, let me see if any of my entourage have a good record. Nope. Alright.
Something looks really familiar about that knight that has no heraldry on. You swear you've met him, but you just can't place it. Maybe it looks a bit different than the last time you saw him. Okay. We are going to get you. We're gonna roll all these guys now, and see the lowest sort of success. If any of you fail horsemanship, that person's gone. So let's start with that. Let's get you to make a horsemanship roll.
Still flat rolls, correct?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh.
Thought so.
There you go.
Okay. So the third knight failed harder than you did. Actually, no. Let's go to weapons now to determine whether you got second or third in your tournament. Right. So I'll explain it in a second. All right, you got second. So there are rewards that go out to each of you, so you'll get some of your own rewards. You also, there are 2 knights. You find out that the 2 that won aside from you are not looking for a position. That is the challenge of hosting a local tournament, is you might get other people. You find out one of the knights is from deep in the mountains of Gales. His name is Sir Ector. And he thanks you for putting this on. He said it was like a wonderful opportunity. The one who defeated you is Pellinor.
Ah,
Fucking guy. Just rocks up, kicks the hell out of everybody, and leaves. Classic.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
And
Hi.
we will give you the two knights that kind of stood out here. If they're garbage, I'll re-roll. That's a garbage. That's a bit better. Needs some skill, but really good on a horse. And Sir Ken and Sir Defeat are your two standout knights. Both of them are very young, so that even though their skills aren't super high, like you got to think of like what you guys are at 21.
You should have hired your cousin, my youngest brother. It would have been done better. I know for sure.
But you also have any, like if you have siblings or whatever, you can just make them your vassals. You make them your household knights.
Well, I have 2 older brothers and 1 younger.
All right, but yeah, you managed to give me like a courtesy roll, Kalas. You can impassion with hospitality if you wish. This will be to determine how many knights you gain from this.
I will try to impassion with hospitality.
Okay.
Alright. And courtesy.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, you get the 2 of those guys. Sir Ken and Sir Defid. So you at least have 2 up and coming, like potential knights. So
Just gets up in front of everyone and says, "You all fucking suck. Get out of my lands.
Yeah.
Except you."
I think what it is maybe you're impressed with, like, you end up talking with Pellinor for a bit, and a lot of the knights end up leaving your lands before you even are able to catch up and offer offer your recruits. So you have some of them by name, but you have to now spend an extra year probably going out and finding them and hoping they don't get busy and calling them back. But you got the 2 best with you because they were within the victory pool. So makes sense.
Makes sense.
All right. So you can add those 2 and their stats if you want. You can make records of them. It'll be 2 of your knights you can call on, and they'll get they'll increase in the years. In fact, they probably both will go to the Spear 13 next year. So one of them has a Spear 14 or Sword 14, so not that bad. 14 and 18 is pretty good.
Yeah,
Well, you said
good.
they're young too, so that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I mean, that's better horsemanship than what I had.
Yeah, better
So we gonna-
horseman than me too. Yeah.
That's probably better than what I got now.
Speaking of Rune,
Oh God, it's my time of day.
He's gonna die.
all right, give me a sword test or weapon skill test of your choice.
Yes, I will. As long as I can put my fucking parents. Sword, just plain.
Nice.
Very well done.
Damn. I can click that, right?
Woo!
Yes, yeah, you can tick that. You don't get it automatically, but you tick it.
Yeah.
Okay. You fight this thing as fiercely as you can, and your blade, you bring it right through it. And nothing happens. It's like the best strike you've ever struck. And this thing is just without form. And you can hear it laughing on the wind. A deep, booming voice. And it reaches, and you put out your shield, and it reaches right through your shield. And you feel it like a warmth in you, inside you. You take 26 damage without armor.
Oh boy.
That really hurts. 20. Thanks.
You
Hold
gotta
on,
take
I
a
need this
nap.
fucking calculator for this shit. Hold on.
Sleeping! Actually, he's
Hold
dead. He
on.
might be
Hold
alright.
on.
I think he's probably
It's
unconscious, though,
26.
eh?
Yeah, he's getting close.
I
Now's a good
I
time
mean,
to start
I
playing.
made you wounded for sure.
Yeah.
What's your unconscious score on your sheet?
Conscious score. You guys see that again? Knockdown 17. Is that it?
Your unconscious score is 8. It's right beneath like damage, like 5 down from damage.
Just
Jeez,
almost. Just almost.
What's your total health? 32 minus 8?
I was at 30. He just fucked me over. I'm at 6 health right now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
unconscious.
so you're unconscious.
You're gone.
You cry out, Gwydir, I need an awareness test.
I did pass the last one. Does that make a difference? I passed this one.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say you hear it because it's it's blood curdling.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
And you hear that cry from Rune.
Is there any way that Rune can do something to stay? Do you just keep fighting?
No, you are completely unconscious at this point.
Alright, I understand.
My loyalty Nanteleod. Sorry,
If-
loyalty Nanteleod.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then charge forth to pull him free from this demon.
Okay, I need a valor
Go roll
test.
valor. Yeah.
Actually, you
minus
can
5.
make reckless.
Oh,
So
yeah,
just
you
go
are.
ahead. You're famously reckless, right? So don't even need to roll.
Yeah, cool. Yep.
So you charge
Onward!
in.
Yeah, on his shitty horse.
Okay.
Sarune! Sarune, I told you! Begone, demon, I will have my friend.
I need a strength roll -5. I realize you got a +10 on top of that as you kind of reach down off your horse to grab him.
I think with it's a +5 total, right?
Yeah. All right. So you managed to pull him up onto the horse. I need you to make a contested horsemanship roll versus him. Versus it.
-5 for 2 people, +5 for thingy,
Uh,
or just flat? Flat with the passion.
flat with a passion in this case. It's not a speed thing.
Ooh.
I
Okay.
have a big thing. It's big for
Yeah.
me, at least.
Ooh.
Could Rune just have sacrificed himself to save his people and his family?
Yeah, I can not save you if you like. It's a big deal.
I feel like that's what he meant for. I mean, if he didn't make it, I feel like that's it. You know.
I would say normally I would say yes, but it's not going to satiate this thing.
Mm.
No, if I thought you could, like if it was one of those moments where it actually made like sense in the story for you to sacrifice your character, absolutely. I think that would make a lot of sense. And I think that's what you thought you'd do. Like, I need to go for broke or you know, everything is wasted.
Fair enough.
Gwydir, I've got a contested roll 18. If it crits, it beats you. Otherwise, it does not.
I love it when you say that. Oh shit!
Nice. So close.
Because that would have, yeah, that would have been a 66 without armor or anything.
Its hand
No,
just
that'd
whips
be-
through my hair.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna close there, gang, with a cliffhanger.
Dead horse, dead guy.
Yeah. What you get the sense of is you're gonna need some help from something. Because this thing is ultimately invulnerable right now. And we'll leave that to continue in the year. Sometimes things don't work out as quickly as you'd want. So,
I haven't even moved on to my thing yet.
indeed.
You know, I think Wadir needs to take a swing with the sword I gave him. I think that might do it.
That doesn't work. Christianity, it don't work, man. It don't work.
Yeah, but the sword I gave him was blessed.
Yeah, well, I mean, the
I'm going to go ahead and not try that just now.
I feel like I was going to sacrifice myself. That didn't even work. I feel like your sword ain't going to work either.
Yeah. All right, gang. We're gonna go ahead and call it there. We'll be back with a normal 2-hour plus session next week. Thanks for playing. We'll see you next time.
Thank you all.
Yep.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Thanks for
How
running.
adventurous.
Adios.
Ciao.